am going to San Francisco and going to beat Chalet Soccer Complex as I'm there to watch my first SFSFL game of this brand new season between SF Vikings versus SF Elites. Now, we are very early in the new season in the SFSFL. In fact, we're only 5 games into the new season. And so far, in the beginning of the season, SF Vikings is one of 5 teams that is currently tied in 3rd place with 7 points. Whereas for SF Elites, they are not far behind in the standings. They're only 3 points behind SF Vikings. But because of the fact that, there's 5 teams that is currently tied for 3rd place, with 7 points. SF Elites currently have 4 points, and they're actually tied with 8th place right now with 4 points. But like I said, since it's still really early in the season, it's kind of hard to predict who exactly is going to be the favorites coming into this game. I mean, in terms of points total, certainly SF Vikings might be the favorites, but don't be surprised if SF Elites can pull off an upset in this one and level with SF Vikings on points by the end of this game. But yeah, let's see how this game is going to turn out. Let's go soccer. So we have just arrived here at Beach Charlotte Soccer Complex. Looks like there's another game that is going on right now, which is not a big surprise. Consider in this league, you usually have a couple of games in a row on the same pitch. And I think this game is between SF City versus Olympic Club, judging by the kit that both of these teams are wearing. Also, we have some player here doing their pregame warm-up. I'm not quite sure if these are the players that we're going to watch in tonight's game because obviously with all these pitches, it's been occupied by different games throughout this season, so I'm not sure if these are actually the SF Elites player that are doing pre-game warm-up, and obviously we still haven't seen the SF Vikings player doing their pre-game warm-up. We still got about 30 minutes before the kickoff of our scheduled match. All right, so the other game have just concluded, and now you can see both teams are doing their pre-game warm-up. These are the SF Vikings player doing their pregame warm-up, and then on that far side are the SF Elites player doing their pregame warm-up. We still have about 15 minutes before the kickoff of this match. And now it looks like both team is on the pitch. Obviously, with the SFSFL, you usually don't see a walkout, as you usually see in other leagues. So we still have the referee just kind of getting some last-minute instruction before they get themselves onto the pitch. Well, actually, I said that. They're now on their way onto the pitch, putting the ball in the center circle, and in just a bit we're gonna get ready for the start of this match. And the referee gets this match underway. SF Vikings will be going all black today, going from right to left, whereas SF Elites will be going with their gray kit with blue shorts, going from left to right, as we are underway on this beautiful Sunday afternoon here at Beach Charlotte Soccer Complex in San Francisco. SF Vikings trying to weave through, and he's able to get by a couple of defender, and now the first shot of the game by them is right to the goalkeeper, and also is going to go down as the first shot on goal here in this game. Well, now it looks like this is SF Vikings ball, which I'm kind of surprised because I thought SF Elite has it. Instead, he's going to go for a goal from that range, and well, that didn't miss by much. The SF Elites player, they're still not happy the fact that they got them pretty much almost a free kick there after the ball hit the referee. The UPSL, the SFSFL, the USL Championship, as now it's given away. And here comes SF Elites, and that is going to go wide there, and that is definitely going to go down as the best chance for them. Maybe one of the best chance of the game so far is, well, it is now 1-0 in favor of SF Vikings, and I know you might be surprised the fact that we actually got a goal despite the fact that there's not a lot of things that has happened. But what happened here was that when the ball was digged in a dangerous area, SF Elite didn't clear their lines there, and how many times we said when you don't clear your lines, you're going to get punished, and exactly that's what happened as SF Vikings have taken a 1-0 lead in a game that there hasn't been a lot of chances. There could be a chance to do so, as that player has a lot of space here on this right side. He might try to go all the way here, and it's in the back of the net, and SF Vikings have doubled the lead. Well, you can see that player is definitely hyped up, and why not? I mean, he basically was on a tear there on the flank. I didn't think that he was going to go all the way there, but he did exactly that. He had a tight angle to try to score there, but what a clinical finishing that is, and what a spell play for SF Vikings in the last couple of minutes, as in a blink of an eye they have doubled the lead here. It's been going in the first half, but There's no doubt SF Vikings will be happy. But now, here comes SF Elites, and they got one back here right on the stroke of halftime. And well, I talk about how SF Vikings will be the more happier side heading into halftime and heading into the team talks. I don't think they're going to be that happy now after giving up the goal, as SF Elites have got themselves back into this game. All eyes is on the referee to see how many minutes we're going to get, and well, we're not going to get any more minutes as the referee blows for the halftime whistle. Well, in the first half, where for the first 35 minutes or so, nothing really happened. It really spurred to life in the last 10 minutes with 3 goals that's being scored. But at halftime here at Beach Charlotte Soccer Complex, it's SF Vikings with 2-1 lead over SF Elites. So it's halftime here at Beach Charlotte Soccer Complex as I'm now making my traditional walk to the other side of the stadium. And at halftime, it's SF Vikings with a 2-1 lead over SF Elites. And like I said, after the first 35 minutes where really nothing happened, neither of these teams really got a lot of chances. Eventually, SF Vikings were able to score the opening goal, and then they scored another one relatively quick. It looked like they were going to head to halftime in control, but SF Elites grabbed one right on the stroke of halftime to really change things up. And as I said before, you know, just kind of feel like sometimes in a tight game like that, if a goal that is being scored, there's going to be a couple more after as things kind of open up, and that's exactly what happened in the latter part of this first half. But certainly it is definitely all to play for heading into the second half. Let's see, we're going to see maybe a couple more goals after we saw a couple of that in the last 10 minutes of the first half. And now it looks like both teams is back on the pitch, and in just a bit we're going to get ready for the start of the second half between SF Vikings and SF Elites. And the referee gets the second half underway. Well, after SF Elites got one back right on the stroke of halftime, let's see whether or not if they can get another one back to tie this game up. Ooh, SF Vikings have a chance to try to retake their 2-goal lead that they had once. And they might have a chance to do so as they're already on the attacking end, and well, ready. Going to see the first corner of the second half, just seconds into it as we are underway again on this beautiful but a little bit breezy Sunday afternoon here at Beach Charlotte Soccer Complex in San Francisco. SF Elites some life, but there were definitely some promise they've shown, especially in the last 10 minutes. There could be a chance again here as this one is going to be over the bar. It looks like it was actually last touch of a Vikings player there. And wow, that player's actually able to get to it. And now, could be in on goal here, and he puts it wide. Oh, that was a big chance there for SF Elites. The player that went down, he's asking for a red card here, and I don't blame him because that looked like it could have been a denial of goal score opportunity here, especially with that player in on goal. But the referee says he played the advantage. Oh, and that's a cheap giveaway. And now here comes SF Vikings, and it is wide. Well, I'll tell you what, these last 2 minutes of play, we have seen both teams missing big opportunity, and it's now SF Vikings the one miss a glorious chance there, and now SF Elites just almost faking their lucky start there. Right down to the last 20 minutes of this game as here's the free kick, and it's just over the bar, and well, that's exactly what he was trying to do, trying to put a little bit of a placement there, trying to hit it over the wall, but just could not quite dip down in time. Might virtually be the last chance of the game.
Right there.
Everybody toward in the box here for SF Elites. It's the free kick delivered into the box, and it's headed away. Only halfway clear as he's trying to dink it back in, and well, the referee spotted a handball, and now he has blown the full-time whistle as it's full-time here at Beach Charlotte Soccer Complex. And well, it was a very defensive type of game where chances was definitely at a premium. But in the end, SF Vikings does just enough to get a crucial 3 points here. As the final score of this SFSFL Premier Division game, it's SF Vikings 2, SF Elites 1. So it's full time here at Beach Charlotte Soccer Complex as I'm now making my way out of the venue, and in the end, it's SF Vikings with a 2-1 win over SF Elites. And overall, as I mentioned, it was a very defensive type of game. It was a game where there really wasn't a lot of chances whatsoever. And in the end, SF Vikings, with the way that they, of course, had that lead heading into the second half, they'll definitely take the defensive type of game to just seize this one out. And unfortunately for SF Elites, they really didn't do enough in the second half to at least warrant themselves a chance to get themselves the equalizer in the second half. But either way, hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, make sure to leave a like, smash the subscribe button, and yeah, I of course will see you guys next time with another Sporthop series episode.